All right. You guys, happy Tuesday. Hope you're all having a stellar day so far. I'm feeling a lot better today. Not necessarily sounding 100% yet, but I'm definitely on the upswing to being healthy again. Much love for all the get well wishes that you guys sent me. I do read everything, and the positive vibes y'all keep dropping definitely helped to keep the spirits up. I couldn't record any commentary the last couple of days. That doesn't mean I wasn't hard at work. Did a lot of work in Photoshop, updating the graphics on YouTube, Twitch, completely overhauled the Discord server, made some thumbnails, that kind of stuff. And speaking of Twitch, I can't believe how many offline follows have come through just from these videos. Like over 50 in the past 3 days. So like, thank you for that. I can't wait to be live again. So drop a follow if you haven't already. The links are down in the description. But enough of that. Let's jump into some more comments we got over the last few days, shall we? First off, I got to shout out my boy Mecha Paper 5073. He said, "Can you play as a Dinobot in the next video, please?" Absolutely, homie. He also said, "Get well soon. Can you put some green on him, please?" I got you. Made him as green as I could, but that's the best I could do with the color palettes that they have in the game. Grimlock's chassis is kind of like more metallic than anything else, but there's as much green as I could squeeze in there. And I hope you enjoy the gameplay. This one's for you. Next, we got Master Player with a comment that really stood out to me. They said, "I wish there was a Transformers Prime game in the same style as Fall of Cybertron. It would be interesting to have a team deathmatch mode and everyone against everyone." I feel you, dude. This is why there's so many possibilities for what they could do if they revived these games. There's so many universes and characters they could add as DLC, and people would go bananas. I would love to play as Knockout from Transformers Prime. High key, one of my favorite Decepticons ever. Super underrated if you ask me. But I also feel like with Transformers Reactivate on the way, there's gonna be some exponential potential for them to keep dropping characters from different universes over the life of the game. Exponential potential. Say that 10 times fast. But next, I got a comment that's more YouTube related than Transformers related, but it's still something I want to touch on real quick. Alex Godfrey 9819 says, "I seen this video in my recommended and thought no way. So I clicked on it thinking it was clickbait. Boy, I was wrong. I almost started crying." You guys, my Transformers content is still in its early stages. And as the channel continues to grow, I'm going to make a promise to you right here and right meow. I'm not going to hardcore clickbait you, all right? Full transparency, my creative process is actually reverse engineered. I make the thumbnail before I make the video. Then I tell myself, make sure whatever you're selling in that thumbnail is absolutely in the video. Preferably somewhere in the first half, if possible. So there's that. A little insight into the process. Another comment in a similar vein comes from 2J Zach, who says, "You were in my recommended, and I clicked for the title, but after hearing you go out of your way to accompany what others wanted based on search terms, has earned you a sub, sir. That's good channel and PR management. Bravo." First off, I love your username and your spin on the 2JZ engine. I see what you did there. Second, YouTube gives you heaps and heaps of back-end information that you can use to be successful. I feel like not enough YouTubers actually dive into that stuff deep enough, but regardless, I noticed there was a decent presence of people who were searching for Fall of Cybertron, no commentary, yet landing on my commentary videos. So it's kind of a no-brainer to set up a no commentary playlist for those people. If that sort of thing interests you, the link to that playlist should be popping up on screen right about meow. The next comment, though, that hit me right in the feels, comes from Butterfingers0982, who says, "Transformers War and Fall of Cybertron were literally my whole entire childhood. I can't tell you how many times I watched the Humbling River cinematic and played through the Fall of Cybertron campaign. The inner child in me is so hyped for the possibility to play these games again on modern hardware." Butterfingers, I feel you. I'm literally just going to let your comment speak for itself entirely. I really can't add to it because you said it perfectly. Another comment I feel we have to touch on comes from Jonathan Bogus 6764. It's the elephant in the room, and he says, is there a possibility they may come to the PlayStation Store as well? If so, will there be crossplay? This one's a bit touchy, but it was a common theme in the comment section. So I'm going to answer this first with what my gut is telling me, and second with what I hope happens. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But in all seriousness, I think it's very likely Microsoft keeps them as exclusives and sticks them on Game Pass. The simple fact of the matter is that they offered Sony a deal, which in hindsight, Sony probably should have taken. Sony turned it down and decided court was where they wanted to continue the conversation. For those of you that didn't follow the Activision, Blizzard, Microsoft debacle, blah, 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 the important part that you need to know is that the judge ended up ruling that the only franchise that they have to keep on both platforms is Call of Duty. Everything else is now Microsoft's to say, hey, that's exclusive to us. Now, I have zero interest in the fanboy arguments over consoles. These are just facts. And based on those facts, I'm going to say it'll probably be exclusive. And I know that's not what you want to hear. That said, I hope that it's not. For the sake of fans and the games, I think any re-releases would have more longevity and staying power based off of how big the multiplayer base is. If it were made to be crossplay and released on all consoles, it would be better for the game, better for the players, more importantly, better for the fans. I hope that's how it goes down. Trust me, I'm on your side, but at the same time, I have to be realistic as well. The next comment comes from Daddy Yu-Gi-Oh! 4330, who says, there is something so extremely satisfying about flying about, transforming and dropping a ton of damage and flying away quickly. It literally feels like the first Transformers movie, where Starscream lands and wrecks Ironhide and Ratchet, and dips out so fast. Love it, and I absolutely love the Revenge of the Fallen game. Bruh. Okay, I'm a little touchy on that scene because Ironhide is my boy. But in all seriousness, what you're saying is spot on. It's such a vibe. And that's why I love the Scientist so much. Obviously, this gameplay is like a Grimlock Titan situation, but my main go-to is the Scientist. Just being able to drop a quick rocket on an enemy, and by the time they even look up to see where it came from, I'm already on the ground in robot mode with a sentry activated and my guns a-blazing. You can really break people's cameras that way, and it's such an addicting playstyle, like once you get the hang of it. Back in the day, my friends would give me a hard time because they'd see me playing Fall of Cybertron in their Xbox Live friends list, but they'd want me to play Call of Duty with them. I was always like, nah, I got Call of Duty over here, except I can transform and fly away. Freaking love it. Another phenomenal comment that hit me right in the feels came from J Hill Prime 4447, who said, I met one of my best friends playing this game 10 years ago, and I still talk and play with him to this day, just dreaming of these games coming back. These games just hit different, and the good times are non-stop. The thought that they are coming back almost brings a tear to my eye. This comment was kind of a big deal to me because I had a similar experience. I used to play nearly every night on Xbox Live, and I had a friend I met online who was always squatting up with me. We'd be Scientist mains, we'd travel together, and we were the closest thing to an unstoppable force that you can honestly get to in this game. We had so much fun, and we always had great comms with each other. People would get super annoyed, and of course send all sorts of hate through the Xbox messaging system. It was a good time. Unfortunately, we did lose touch with each other over the years as the game shut down, but I did look through my friends list literally yesterday and find that he's still out there. Gonna have to hit him up with a message and see what's good, because if these games come back, we need to once again dominate the skies. All right, now our last comment comes from a local legend here in Minnesota. Oh yeah, you bet ya don't ya know. And it comes from none other than good old Mike Nerdlaw, who says, "Please do more of these commentaries. This is well done, sir." Why, thank you, homie. I appreciate you so much, and we need to get together and get some tacos very soon. Sooner rather than later, preferably. Hashtag cowboy hat Caterpie, please. Alrighty, peeps. That's going to wrap this one up. I seriously can't thank you all enough for keeping my spirits lifted while I was down for the count. Be sure to pop down in the description. Follow on Twitch, Twitter, Discord if you haven't already. And until the next time, I get to see your beautiful faces through the power of the interwebs. You all know the deal. Always wash your hands when you want to eat, but always keep them dirty enough to see where you come from. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.